Welcome to my channel, Bikes Reviews. Today, we're diving deep into a story that has sparked a lot of debate across the motorcycle world. Harley went woke and broke. What's happening? This isn't just about bikes. It's about a legacy brand, a cultural icon, and a question many are asking: is Harley-Davidson losing touch with its roots? Let's break it down. The legacy of Harley-Davidson. For over a century, Harley-Davidson has stood as a symbol of rebellion, freedom, and raw American power. From the World Wars to Hollywood movies, from biker gangs to weekend warriors, Harley was more than a motorcycle, it was a movement. Founded in 1903, the company weathered 2 world wars, a Great Depression, competition from Japanese brands, and several internal crises. Despite it all, the Harley name carried weight. It was the brand that roared with the sound of liberty. Their motorcycles weren't just about speed. They were about soul. The V-twin engine, the leather jackets, the custom chrome, all of it formed an identity. An American identity. But something changed. What does woke mean in this context? Before we dive into what Harley did, let's define what people mean by woke in this context. Originally, woke referred to social awareness, being conscious of issues like racial injustice, gender inequality, and climate change. Over time, it became a cultural movement. But today, in some circles, woke is used pejoratively. It suggests that a company is pandering to social trends instead of focusing on its core mission. And for Harley-Davidson, many believe that's exactly what's happening. So what did Harley do that got people so fired up? The marketing shift. Who is Harley speaking to? Let's rewind to Harley-Davidson's campaigns from the 90s and early 2000s. They spoke to the rough-edged rider, the independent, middle-aged male who valued liberty and rugged individuality. Fast forward to the past few years, and you'll notice a very different tone. Their ads became more polished, inclusive, and corporate. Campaigns started to highlight diversity, climate concerns, and urban commuting. The gritty roar of the past was being replaced by a soft-spoken, social awareness-driven message. Harley started releasing promo material featuring urban riders, electric motorcycles, and even gender-neutral fashion collaborations. They tried to rebrand themselves as a progressive, city-friendly, global brand. But here's the thing: Harley wasn't built for the city streets. It was built for the open road. The electric gamble, Livewire and its fallout. One of the biggest steps in this shift was Harley's Livewire, their first all-electric motorcycle. From a technology standpoint, it was bold. It showed Harley was trying to adapt. The Livewire had fast acceleration, zero emissions, and sleek styling. But it had a problem: the price. At around $30,000, it was far from affordable for most riders, especially younger, eco-conscious ones who might have been drawn to the concept. And it didn't appeal to the core Harley audience either, the loyal riders who love the sound, the torque, the mechanical soul of the traditional V-twin engine. The result: low sales. Harley even spun off Livewire into a separate brand in an effort to salvage its image and appeal to a new market. But many believe this move was part of the woke strategy, chasing trends instead of perfecting what they already had. Alienating the core audience. This is where things get serious. By chasing new demographics, Harley risked losing its foundation. The blue-collar workers, the veterans, the traditionalists, the lifelong Harley fans. When a company built on a rebel image starts aligning with corporate diversity statements and green tech, the dissonance is loud. The core audience feels abandoned. It's not that riders are against progress or inclusivity, it's that they don't want their passion commercialized or politicized. And this brings us to the phrase that keeps popping up: go woke, go broke. Financial struggles. Is Harley going broke? Let's talk numbers. Harley-Davidson has been struggling for years, long before the woke accusations. Sales in the US have been steadily declining since 2014. The average Harley buyer is now over 50 years old. The brand has had a hard time attracting younger riders. In 2020, Harley even pulled out of several international markets. They laid off workers, closed plants, and restructured operations. Their stock price has fluctuated, and even when sales rebounded slightly, it wasn't enough to erase long-term concerns. Was it the woke shift that caused this? Or was the brand already in trouble, and the social messaging was a desperate attempt to evolve. Many believe it's a mix of both. Identity crisis. Who is Harley-Davidson today? This is perhaps the heart of the issue. Harley-Davidson is going through an identity crisis. Are they the gritty American road warriors of old? Or are they a sleek, modern, progressive brand trying to appeal to the global market? This conflict is showing up in their products. On one side, you've got the Pan America 1250, a capable adventure bike competing with BMW and Ducati. On the other, you have the Nightster, a lighter sport cruiser trying to appeal to urban riders. They're spreading thin, trying to be everything to everyone. But in doing so, they risk being nothing to anyone. What could Harley do differently? So what now? Harley isn't doomed, but it needs clarity. Instead of chasing trends, they could double down on what made them legendary: custom culture, power, freedom, and authenticity. That doesn't mean ignoring new technology or social awareness. It means integrating them without losing the soul of the brand. They could introduce more affordable middleweight cruisers, improve outreach to young riders through riding schools, and promote motorcycle culture instead of just selling lifestyle. Electric bikes aren't the enemy, but they need to be priced and marketed correctly. Harley doesn't need to be woke. It needs to be awake to its own strengths, history, and the riders who've supported it for over a century. The road ahead. In many ways, Harley-Davidson's story is the story of modern America, caught between tradition and progress, rebellion and regulation, freedom and fear of obsolescence. Will they find their balance? Or will the roar of the Harley fade into history? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure: bikers care. That's why this topic stirs so much passion. People don't get angry at brands they don't love. So, what do you think? Has Harley gone too far from its roots? Is the woke branding to blame for its struggles, or is this just evolution in a changing world? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget, if you love motorcycles, real talk, and honest reviews, hit that like button, subscribe, and stay tuned for more. This is Bikes Reviews, signing off. Ride safe, ride free.